Do you know what dreams are? Dreams enter in and then tell you stories, and I'm able now to write them. After treatment that I got last year, I am now writing my second book and hopefully publishing my first book. With this vlog, I will tell you all about it on a weekly basis or semi-weekly basis. Stay tuned. Hi, and welcome back to my vlog. I got an interesting one for you this week. Um, Working on book two, I ran into something I didn't realize, and then I've gotten past it, and that's what I want to share you about, and something called the gate beyond the curtain. Beyond that, I also have been thinking about what a table might look like, so I threw together some ideas and art stuff. I'll show that to you. And then I got some interesting updates on where we are with the book. Stay tuned. A lot of fun things coming. So, this book, Detonate, is an amalgamation of three different stories, and one of those stories is the story I call the story of Morgana. And when I originally wrote that story, um, which I'm reusing mostly in the book, there was one scene that I wrote and didn't like and couldn't get past and had to put the project down. This was in the 1990s. And I've been thinking about that scene and thinking about the rest of the story and trying to put it together all these years. And this time I've done it. So, The Furies Cave has now been written. It's very powerful. And there's a clarity. I completed the scene, which is not something I've done since the 1990s. So, the reason why is because life got in the way. But the story waited, and decades later I passed through it and I got there. And when I wrote it, it felt so surreal. It felt like time had just gone back to the 1990s. And I was able to rewrite the scene and to make it flow and to get all the original ideas into it and all the original concepts and flows. And it kind of was like me meeting my younger self. And and also showed me I never stopped believing in this story, in this world. And together, my older self and my younger self, we sat down to each other and we finished the scene. And I even shared this with my family, and they were amazed, as I hope you will be when you read the scene in the story. The idea of Fury's Cave is that the villain of the piece, the Baron, has the power of cursing. And he found this old warrior who had a powerful memory. And so he cursed him, Fury, to become a prison. And he gave Fury the power to put people into this mental prison. But Fury is old. And unfortunately, his prison wasn't stable. And as the characters have to interact with Fury and try to find out what's going on, they're in this room full of chairs. Some are well dusted and some are filled with dust. And they don't understand it. And then they learn from Fury that the chairs are his memory of his prisoners. And he sits in a chair, he can talk to the prisoner. But there are dusty chairs. And so my heroes, they had to travel into Fury's prison to find out what was going on and then see what they can do to save them. And at the same time, see if they can save Fury. The Baron's curse was forgetting, but I remembered. I remembered the story and the character in the dream, and now the army marches, not just the story, but in me. All hail the storytellers who return to the gate. All hail the rebels of memory and their cup of tea. So on to something a little less esoteric. I've been thinking about once the book is published, how am I going to sell it? So I'm going to make some appearances at a few fairs. Possibly I'm going to do some store appearances where I'm going to sign books for people. Also, not only books, I'm thinking of making some of the art that you've seen here to print that off as little cards, each of the different characters from book one, and then maybe two posters of the guardsmen and the agents of life, and the posters of the agents of dark and the Nyclidians. And that I will also sell, and we'll see if people like the agents of life or the agents of dark. Also, hopefully, I will have books to sell, hardback, softback, and then the QR code. This one doesn't work, it's completely AI made, but eventually a real QR code which will take you to an ebook store. The picture on the left is an artistic AI rendition of yours truly, and I'm going to use that as my author's picture inside the book when I talk about myself. It's only one page. I'm not going to go crazy on telling you everything about me. Just enough to make you go, oh, that's Bill. Here, go with the updates. So the first thing is that our editor is back and is slowly working on the processes. I reached out to her to see how she's doing, give her my support. And then also I had a very good discussion with Chris, and the cover should be ready real soon. And we're going to arrange for him to come and drop it off. And then I will be able to have a full painting of what the cover will be and can actually start doing the pre-printing as soon as I get some words to put with it. Book 2, I just completed The Fury's Cave, which is scene 20, and that puts me at 37,600 words. It was a little bit difficult to do writing this week beyond The Fury's Cave, and that was because I was a wee bit sick, but I'm feeling much better now. And I hope to next week, I hope to do some more writing in the coming week. And then I have a work trip that I will be away for a week. So next weekend, there will not be a vlog. I will have to wait until after the first week in November, then I'll fill in a vlog. Hopefully I'll have a lot to share with you then. Hope you enjoyed this. Like, share, subscribe, tell your friends, tell more friends, have your friends tell your friends on your friends. Let's get our subscriber base up to 50% or 50 people. Till next time, Bill out.